Go ahead. Okay. Now, say for example, as we all know that we can trim simple shapes which are intersecting. So I'll just create those shapes again. Okay, by default, my accelerator was not working properly. That's why my trim was not working. So if I want to, trim this intersecting parts here. Okay, so simply what I can do is I'll just go to modify here. Okay, select trim option. One option is this, or else you can just directly give input of TR. Okay, so the trim will be provided. Now, basically, in this trim, it is exactly, inverse of what we do in AutoCAD. So in AutoCAD, what we do is we select the extras that we want to remove. Say, for example, if I want to remove this part in AutoCAD, I'll have to select this part to trim. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But here, what we have to do is we have to do exactly inverse. We'll have to select the parts that we want to keep. Say, for example, I want to keep this line and this line. So I'll just select this and this together. If I want to keep this line and this line, I'll just select this and this together. Okay, so this is how the trim is going to work. Okay, along with this, okay, we have option of extend as well. Okay, so this is trim. This is not simple trim. This is trim and extend. Okay, so say for example, I have a line. Okay, this is the line and I want to extend it till here. So I'll just use again that trim command itself. I'll select this line first and I'll just select the extended part like this. Okay, and it will be extended here like this. Okay, so see, along with this, if I don't want to, disturb this, and if I want to create it individually as well, it will still work. Okay, so like this. So I hope yesterday we have done it in Shivani's system. So say for example, I want to extend it till here. Okay, so simply I'll just go to trim, TR, this and this. Okay, so it will extend along with it will trim. If I'm planning with edges here, okay, if I'm working with edges here like this, okay, the extreme corners, okay, and if I'm extending it or if I want to join this, again I'll use trim and extend, TR, this and this. Okay, is it clear?
So
Yes.
what of that case? What do you do about it?
Sorry?
I saw that when you extended that part, it trimmed it and now extended it.
This part,
Yeah, no, the first one you did.
this one.
Yeah.
So what is the issue here?
Could you do it again? I will show you what I mean.
Okay. I'll just go to trim, select this and this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. This now.
So
What if I don't want the other
I
parts
think
to
he's
trim?
asking the top part is actually gone, right? So there is
So
one.
you don't want this top part to be gone.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, simply select this and extend it till here manually. Okay, so in that situation, you don't have to use trim.
All right, thank you.
Okay, see, basically, I'm just trying to explain this to you in lines, but you will never use these modification commands on lines. Okay, so don't just, give, 100% solution or 100% judgment on just lines, because we are not going to use trim on lines. Ultimately, we will have to use trim while modeling itself. So this is just for the basic idea of how the things are working. Okay, don't just take an, approximation from here itself, from the line itself.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Okay, so the next thing is I'll again just go to architecture, model line. Okay, so along with this trim option, okay, we have a copy option as well. Okay, so say for example, I'm creating a shape. Okay, and I want to create copies of this particular shape. I'll just select it. Okay, I want to select only this, so I'll just go to filter, check none, select lines, apply. Okay, so this is only selected here. Now I want to create copies, so I'll just go to this modify option, select this copy. Okay, Now you can just select any one of the base points, okay, whatever you want. Either you can select a corner here or a corner here, wherever you want to place your base point like this, and you can just create copies here. Okay, as of now, this multiple option is checked and this constraint option is checked. That's why I can create multiple copies here like this. Okay, but if I want to create only one copy, I'll just uncheck this multiple and I'll just create one copy and it will be done. Now, what is this constraint? What do you think is this constraint? If I'm selecting this copy option and this constraint is checked. So what is this constraint? Who can tell me? Yes.
Probably with respect to the original object.
No. Okay, so basically this constraint is nothing but the ortho option that we have in AutoCAD. Okay, so it will move only in 90 degrees. If you can see, if I'm moving this, it is moving only in 90 degree. And you can see if I'm trying to move it like this, okay, it is taking a diagonal option here. Okay, so the constraint is given here, 90-degree constraint. Can you see? I can move directly in 90 degrees. Okay, it is taking only 45 degree, 90 degree, 90 degree, 45 degree. But what if I want to place it randomly somewhere? So I'll have to uncheck this constraint and then I can just place it wherever I want, like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this constraint is nothing but your ortho option. Okay. Then the next option is move. Okay, simply if you want to select this and move it somewhere else, go here, select move. Again, here you have this option of constraint. If you want to move it only 90 degrees, you can select this. Or else if you want to just move it, somewhere else randomly, you can just, use this and place it. Okay. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then along with this, if I just go to model line, okay, if I'm just creating a rectangle here like this. Okay, if I want to move this rectangle, I'll select this and I'll just go and rotate. Sorry, if I want to rotate this rectangle, I'll just simply go and select this rectangle rotate option. Okay, sorry, this is not just rectangle rotate. This is simple rotate option. I'll just go here and select it. Okay, now once selecting, you can see you have a point of rotation, the center of rotation available here, exactly at the center of the geometry. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
So with reference to that, you can just simply select this and rotate it in whatever way you want. Okay, so whatever input you want to give for rotation, you can just give it and rotate it accordingly, like this. Okay, can you observe one thing here?
Yeah, the
Hello.
original object is
The
actually
original
exactly.
remains.
Exactly, the original object stays. But what if I want to rotate it and I don't want to keep the original one? So again, I'll just go here, select this, rotate, and here you can see copy option is checked. Okay, while rotating, the copy option is checked. I'll uncheck this. Okay, I'll just take a proper reference point and rotate. Okay, this is how it will be rotated. So I am expecting some questions here. There might be some doubts.
so the thing is, why can't we select the corner and rotate only the center?
Exactly. That is what I was expecting. Say, for example, I want to place it from the corner, and from that corner base point, I want to rotate. So how am I going to do it? Select this. I'll just select this rotate here. Okay, now you have this at center. Now simply what I can do is hover over here, click and drag it at the location where you want. Okay, so I want it at the center. So like this, I can just place and then rotate like this. Okay.
Yes.
Sir, please repeat.
Sure. Okay. Okay. Now here, if I want to rotate this, I'll just simply select this. Okay. I'll just go to rotate. But by default, the rotation point will be placed at center. But say, for example, I don't want to rotate it from center. I want to rotate it from somewhere else. So I'll just simply select this point, rotation point, and place it at the location from where I want to take and rotate. Okay, say I want to rotate it from here, so I'll just place it here. I'll just select a reference point and then I'll rotate like this. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, along with this, I'll just go to model, select this. Okay, and let's create something. Okay, I'm just randomly creating a shape here. Okay, so this is the shape, and by default what I want to do is I want to create a mirror image of this particular shape. Okay, so for creating it we have two options. Simply select this. Okay, here you have two mirrors. Mirror by picking axis, mirror by drawing axis. Okay, say for example I have axis here. Okay, and with reference to this axis I want to create a mirror. So what I'll do is I'll select this. Okay, I'll select this mirror by picking axis and I'll select this as my axis. Okay, and a mirror will be created along this axis. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Along with that, okay, along with that, say for example, I don't want to take mirror from here, or say I want to just leave a gap in between here and then I want to create a mirror. So what I'll do is I'll draw the axis according to my requirement. Select this, go to mirror, draw axis. Okay, and I'll draw axis from this point to this point like this. Okay, and a mirror will be created. Use alignment. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to align this side of my geometry to this side. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just simply go to this align option. Okay, and I'll select the side that I want to align like this, and I'll align it like this. Okay, so can you see this side somehow have moved itself so that it is in alignment of this side? Am I right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so basically it is not going to work on geometries. So, just for a better understanding, I'll just go to architecture and create a wall. Okay, so I'm creating this wall here. So say this is 3D, 2D view of a wall. Okay, and along with this, I'm creating a wall here like this. Okay, now what I want is I want this side of the wall to be aligned this side. Okay, I want it to move and align this side. So simply what I'll do is I'll give command align AL. Okay, I'll select the side first and I'll select this side second. And you can see the wall have moved towards the face so that both of the sides are aligned like this. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, as of now, this may feel that this is useless, but this is not at all useless. This is very useful. Once we start with modeling, most of the things will be very clear for you. Okay, just understand the process, just understand how this is working as well. Okay, so this is about it. Now, along with this, if I want to trim the walls, intersecting walls as well. Okay, so say this is one wall and this is a second wall that is intersecting. Okay, so you may feel that the trim will work only on 2D. No, it will work on 3D as well. So these are the two walls and I want to keep this side and this side. So simply I'll just go to trim TR. I'll select this and this, and you can see proper trim have been created. Okay, and just like what Sunena said, I'll just go and create a wall like this. Okay, and say my shape is changing somewhere here. Okay, and what I want to do is just a second, like this. Okay, now if I just go and trim this particular side, okay, what it will do is TR this and this. It will trim the complete wall here. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, but in this situations, what we will do is, so say for example, I want to keep this side intact and I want to keep this side intact and I want to trim the extras. So for that, I'll just split the element. Okay, so simply I'll just go to modify. Okay, I'll just go and select this split element. There are two options of split elements. So one is split element general, and one will give a gap along with splitting the element. So I'll just go to the center of this point and split this element like this. Okay, so you can see this portion is separate and this portion is separate. Okay, now what I can do is I can just simply go and trim tr this and this and this. Oh, okay, the split was not done properly. Just a second. Okay, I'll just go here, select the split element like this. Okay, now you can see that this is different. This is different. Now, if I just go to trim this and this, you can see this portion will be trimmed. Along with this, I want to do that same thing here as well, like this. Okay, and this is how will be creating two separate splits. Okay, yeah, I know that you're not understanding this as of now, but when the situation is proper, when you will have it on a proper assignment, you'll understand it. Okay, but this is how you will trim when we have these kind of situations. Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so this is about it. So there are again various options, but as we will move forward and we will just again explore this again. Okay, any query in the modification and draw option? Basics, just try to understand the basic working. Any doubt in the basic working as of now?
No, sir.
Oh,
No.
fine. Okay, now the next.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So say basically, okay, for example, I have this wall, okay, and along with this, I have this wall. Okay, so say these two walls are intersecting. Okay, now what I want is I want to remove these two extras here. Okay, so for removing these two, what I'll do is rather than just going, just selecting and just adjusting it, manually, what I'll do is I'll trim. Okay, so simply just go and select that trim command that we have. This is not fillet, this is trim. Select this trim command. Okay, and select the portions that you want to keep. Okay, but make one thing sure that this is intersecting. Okay, so it will work only if it is intersecting. So I want to keep this wall and this wall. So what I'll do is I'll just go select this and this. Okay, and it will be trimmed. The extras will be gone.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you.
Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is it. What were we discussing? Yeah, planes. So the next thing that I want to discuss here is about planes in Revit. Okay, but why do we require planes in Revit? Okay, just to give you information, we are working on level 0. Okay, that means we are working on a plan view. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So similarly, if I want to go to any of the elevation views, south elevation view, and then if I want to create something, okay, I'll just go to architecture, model line. Okay, now once I select this model line and once I'm trying to draw something, it will ask me about work plane. So why is it asking me about work plane and why is it not allowing me to draw anything here? Who can tell me?
Sir, because we changed from horizontal plane to vertical plane.
Okay, great. So this is one thing. But why specifically it is asking me about plane? Do we have any horizontal vertical option here?
So there is no base on which it can pick a point and draw on.
Exactly. So basically in AutoCAD also we have seen we have UCS planes, right?
Yeah.
Am I right? I hope you guys remember
Yes, sir.
UCS planes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir.
basically for draw, you can see automatically it is taking this level 0 as a plane. Can you see this rectangle been drawn? This highlighted blue colored rectangle.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So by default, it is taking this as the plane. This is taking as a, we have this as a surface. Okay, we have this plane for reference. Similarly, if I just go to level 1, we have this level 1 surface. We have this level 1 plane for reference. That is why I can just go and draw from level 0 to level 1 like this. Okay, but what about elevations? What about 3D views? How am I going to draw? How, with reference to what am I going to draw? So basically in here your planes come. Okay, your plane comes into play. So basically you will have to modify it in a way. You'll have to place references in a way that with reference to that planes you can draw. So how are you going to do it? Can anyone just guess? I know that this is slightly on a complicated side, but still.
Sir, work plane option on the top right corner.
Exactly.
Maybe.
So here you can see you have work plane option. But what is exactly a work plane?
Specification of a base on which we will work on, which will give.
Exactly. So basically what we can do is we can define the planes where we can draw. Okay. In AutoCAD, we had, basic reference planes. Okay. We had front plane, we had left plane, right plane. So that was, default planes that we were referring in AutoCAD. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes.
in in Revit, we have power to define those reference plane wherever we want and however we want. Okay. Say for example, I'm selecting a reference plane and I'm drawing a reference plane here. So I'll just go here and select this reference plane. But before that, I'll just, just for referencing, I will just create two model lines, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. These are just for references so that you will understand what we are doing. Again, I'll just go here and select this reference plane. Okay, and I'm drawing my first reference plane here like this. Okay, so you can see this dashed line. It is a reference plane. You can just go here and rename this as well. So say this is my reference plane A. Okay, similarly, I'll draw another reference plane like this. Say this is my reference plane B. Okay, again, I'll just go to reference plane. I'll draw a third one. Say this is my reference plane C. Okay, now I have 3 reference plane for my reference A, B, and C. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll go to south elevation. Okay, now I will try to draw something. So I'll just go to model line. It will ask me about reference plane. So first of all, I want to draw on reference plane A. So I'll just go to name here and drop this down. So can you see you have reference plane A available?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'll
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
select this.
Available.
Yeah. I'll select this reference plane A and press OK. Okay. Now I can draw whatever shape I want. Say I want to draw a circle. So I'll just draw a circle like this. Okay. So this circle have been drawn with reference to A. Similarly, I'll just go here, create this polygon. Okay. But I want to change the reference plane now. I want to create it with reference to B. So what I'll do is I'll go to architectures tab, and here you have this option of set reference plane or set work plane. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll simply select
Yeah.
this, after which we'll get this work plane box again. I'll change my reference to B. Press OK and just draw. Sorry. Like this. Okay. Again, I want to change the set reference plane to C. Press OK. And I'll draw something else. Say I will draw a rectangle like this. Okay, so I have created the circle with reference to A, polygon with reference to B, and rectangle with reference to C. Now how to check? Simply go to 3D view. And here you can see with reference to 3 different planes that I have mentioned, we have 3 different things. Circle on A, polygon on B, and your rectangle on C. Okay, is it clear?
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. Say for example, I want to draw something inclined. Okay, so say I want to draw an inclined rectangle here from elevation side. So can anyone tell me what can I do? Yes.
Can you repeat, sir?
We'll
Question?
draw vertical reference plane.
Okay, so what I will do is I'll create a reference plane like this. So simply just go to reference plane and I'll just create an inclined reference plane like this. Okay, I'll give it a name. Say this is D. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll just go to south elevation and I want to create an inclined rectangle there. So first of all, I'll go to set reference plane, drop this down, select D, press OK and create the shape like this. Okay, the rectangle has been created, but the rectangle is inclined like this because my reference plane was inclined. Okay, are you all following?
Yes, sir.
So can I see the elevation again?
Sure.
Why is it not entirely visible? I know it's
this
inclined.
is, yeah, because this is inclined, that is why.
Well, sir, it can look weird, but it should be visible, no?
This is how it is by default. We can't do anything about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hope the
Can you show-
concept is.
Yeah, can you show plan once? Like, I'm also worried why is the rectangle is not visible in the elevations.
It will not be visible in elevation. How will it be visible? It will not be visible. Whatever you have drawn here will not be visible here in plan view. You have drawn it in
No,
elevation.
I'm talking about the elevation thing. Like why the inclined thing is not visible in the elevation.
No, it will not be
whole-
visible. It will not be visible. So it will be like this. Okay. It will not be visible.
Mm.
Okay. Don't think much about this. There is nothing that we can do about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay. Now say for example, just a second. Okay. Say for example, I'm drawing something on level 0. So I'll just go to level 0 and I'm drawing a circle here. Okay, by default, the reference that is being taken here is level 0. Am I right? This will be drawn at level 0. I hope you know that. Because we are drawing at level 0, it will take the reference of level 0 like this. Am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
If I go to level 1 and draw something, it will take reference of level 2 and draw it at level 2 like this. Sorry, level 1. First one was at level 0, the second one is at level 1. Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
But what if I want to draw something in between? I don't want to place a level, but still I want to draw something in between level 1 and level 0. How am I going to do it?
If
Sir,
we
go to
copy a
level
level
0
and
And give some
draw.
height, like base height, something like that.
we
Mhm.
can give a reference plane in the elevation and then we can get a level in between for plan.
Exactly. I'll just go to elevation view here and I'll create a simple reference plane in between wherever I want it. Go to reference plane and create it. Give it a name. Okay, whatever you. Okay. Now I'll just go to any of the plan views now. Okay. And from here I'll draw. Okay. And here, no, before drawing itself, I'll have to set it to E. And then I'll draw. Okay, now this will not be visible because of visibility graphics, but still if I just go to 3D view, you can see this is how it will look like. Okay, yeah, now if you are saying that this is not visible and you are worried about it, this from here it is not visible and you are worried about it, that I can understand, that we can manage, but that inclined portion was unmanageable. Okay, so yeah, this is it.